Our 5 o'clock newscast begins right now. We're watching breaking news. Live pictures from St. George. A suspect is in custody after what police described as an active threat to the community, a man with a gun, and we've seen billowing smoke in a neighborhood here.
And we know that sounds vague, but that's the information they've provided to us so far. This is the area of 3000 East Sieg Miller Drive. Again, we were told an active threat was happening. They're asking the neighborhood to shelter in place. Our Cannon Sechrest got there minutes ago. He's been on the scene ever since. We saw Cannon get out of the car. He was at the front line. Police had him move back a bit. But from the moment we saw him arrive on scene, we saw smoke billowing up from the roofs of the homes.
And when Cannon first arrived there from our Southern Utah Bureau, police were deploying what appeared to be tear gas or some kind of a chemical there. And he got a little feel of that in his eyes, and he had a little trouble seeing. This is scenes from earlier. This is not live pictures, but you can see the thick black smoke as it began to billow up from what we believe is a house at the center of this. You see the police officers getting out with their rifles. This is the point where they tell our teams we have to move back for their safety. Sarah, you got off the phone with a police source, and what did they tell you?
Yeah, this is back live again. So you see the minutes from earlier with that big plume of smoke coming. It's a little bit wider now, but I spoke with the Washington County Sheriff's Office. They told me the main responding department on this is, of course, St. George Police. They're the ones overseeing this, but I was told that they asked Washington County Sheriff to help with their SWAT team, with their negotiations team. Again, we're working to confirm what exactly happened with this, but we know the latest development. Police do say they have a suspect contained in their home.
Okay, let's go live now to our Cannon Sechrest from the Southern Utah Bureau. Cannon, if you can hear us, give us the lay of the land and tell us what you're seeing and hearing at this moment.
I mean, kind of what we're seeing right now, Brian, fire trucks suspended. They're spraying water down on top of the home. I'll step back just so you can get a clear shot of that. Spraying down water on top of the home. The smoke that was coming out of this house earlier severely, I mean, it really started blowing our way. There's been tear gas out here as well. And so when we first showed up, we were a lot closer to the scene, and police officers actually pushed us back as they were trying to create a perimeter, asking everyone to shelter in place. Still, there's still a lot of people, a lot of pedestrian presence out on the street, a lot of neighbors out here as well, kind of watching this go down. And so, I mean, conditions right now, I mean, it looks like they're just spraying it. We know the man, or the person of interest, is in custody right now as they're spraying this house off. We saw open flames coming out of the home as well, and so, I mean, really, still quite a bit of police presence out there, and obviously just really trying to work to get that that fire out and that smoke mitigated.
The white smoke is a good sign. It means firefighters are controlling the flames. Cannon, I wonder, for the viewers who are just joining us, can you kind of tell us chronologically what happened when you got wind that something was going down to the moment we see right now? How did all of this begin?
Yeah, so around probably, I would say maybe an hour, 45 minutes or so ago, we got word that this was happening. And so we started driving out here. When I first arrived on the scene, I want to say it was about 4:30, and we pulled up, and right where that first police car is kind of right where we were at. We were standing there, and we had kind of moved off over to where this little road is here on the side. And I was standing there, and police officers started yelling and saying that we were actually in harm's way, and that we were in a line of sight for a possible shooting. And so we ended up moving out, and then more police officers started coming in. We saw some fire trucks come in as well, and they're really started making sure the perimeter close to the home was a lot more secure. And so they pushed us back. They said, hey, you need to go all the way down. This is still a very active scene. And so we started driving out this way. We backed up a little bit, and now we're standing here. We saw, open flames on the home as we were standing out here, as we've gotten closer to our 5 o'clock show. And obviously they're putting it out, and the smoke, not a whole lot coming out, but I mean, really a scary situation for this neighborhood. Everyone was sheltered in place. They were asked to be sheltered in place, and a heavy police presence out here in on this street out here on 3000 East. And so, I mean, that's kind of when I first pulled up. I'm sure there will be a police briefing here in a little bit, and we'll make sure to keep you updated as they continue to come out and as we continue to learn more things about what exactly happened here, to kind of really lay out the scene.
We look forward to possibly hearing more, getting that police briefing and learning more information. Cannon, you mentioned you're on 3000 East Siegmiller Drive. This is in St. George. We've seen a few people behind you, neighbors, I assume, walk out of their houses. Can you set the scene a little bit for us? Where are you? Is this a neighborhood in St. George?
Yeah, it's a neighborhood. I mean, any other street like you would down here in St. George. A lot of nice homes here, and I mean, probably not something that happens every day in this neighborhood and stuff. A lot of people out here, you know, kind of spectating from a distance, staying in their front yards and stuff, and just looking from beyond. So, I mean, we'll try and talk with a neighbor here in a little bit, if we can talk with somebody. To kind of really paint a picture for exactly what happened, as they were most likely out here before. I mean, police have done a good job of blocking things off now, but I mean, just still a lot of people out here wondering what happened, trying to figure out, you know, what's going on exactly, as we all are right now.
Cannon, I want to ask you this. You described...
And we are just now hearing, actually, yeah.
Go ahead. No, please.
So, St. George police actually just said that the suspect actually shot at police officers, and so that was what they were talking about when we were standing out here on the road, is that we were in a line of fire where we were at earlier today. So I just heard that, Brian, and I'll let you ask your question.
Well, that describes the sensitive nature, the urgent nature of a story like this, when police were telling people to stay inside if that person did indeed have a gun and was actively shooting at officers, as police just told you. But I wonder, Cannon, when they deployed that tear gas or that similar chemical, they'll say chemical agent is the phrase police like to use. But when that got to you, what did it smell like? What did it feel like? You were saying that it irritated your eyes a little bit. Give us the sensory experience, would you?
Yeah, I mean, I pulled up and I was getting my camera set up, getting my shot up, and I mean, immediately the wind started blowing our direction, and my eyes immediately started watering, and it started really swelling up in my throat. I might sound a little bit raspy right now, but I mean, it was hard just being outside and breathing that in, and being in an area where that was happening. I can't even imagine what it would be like in an enclosed room. I mean, I was getting choked up. I was struggling to breathe as I was standing out here on the sidewalk, 2-3 homes away from where this house was at. I mean, I can't remember what you called it. I'll call it tear gas and let you correct me. But I mean, it was strong, and it was piercing to my lungs, to my throat. My eyes were watering. I'm still wearing sunglasses right now, because my eyes are most likely very red right now, and so I decided to keep those on. But I mean, it was some really intense gas that was coming our way, Brian.
And that's what police use to quell serious situations, and it is irritating from what I understand, and that just shows you the dynamism of a situation like this in a neighborhood where people are just feet away from someone who is firing shots.
Yeah, very intense. Time now is 5:05. We know a lot of developments have happened in the past few minutes. Cannon, for people who may just be joining us now for ABC4 News at 5 o'clock, can you catch us up to speed on what's happened and the latest information that you're aware of?
Yeah, so we were told earlier today someone was shooting a gun in their home, and so police responded to it, and actually they were firing shots at police officers as well. The person is now in custody right now. There's actually open flames up on this house. They've knocked it down pretty well, but that's kind of where we're at right now, is person in custody, still trying to put out a lot of this smoke that's coming off of this house as fire crews are still out here. It seems like some of the police presence out here has kind of slowed down a little bit as they started to move out and stuff. But I mean, that's what we've got going on right now. I mean, still you can see the fire truck spraying down water up on top of the house and stuff, open flames coming through. And so, I mean, to have someone in custody, we had tear gas out here as well. A whole lot of neighbors. I know I wasn't the only one that was affected by that tear gas as well. There was neighbors that were close to me too that were backing up as soon as that tear gas hit them as well. And so, I mean, it's been a very active scene here for the past hour or so.
Yeah, the good news is police officers are okay. They were being shot at. They are fine. It sounds like the neighbors are okay too.
An active scene then continues to be an active scene now. According to St. George Police, we heard it from Cannon, they believe it started with a person who was barricading in their home, shot at police officers. Officers returned fire, and now the home, you see, is on fire. Billowing smoke earlier. You see it's still behind Cannon there in St. George now.
Yeah, go ahead, Cannon. Can you describe the officers? They appeared to be very heavily armed when they rushed up to the scene, not typical of what we see when we see police officers every day. Can you describe their posture, their mood as they rushed up to the scene?
Yeah, very serious. I mean, we were very close, and so the officer was very stern with me. He said, you need to get back right now, pack up your camera, get back to that stop sign. That is as close as we're going to let you go. Right now, there have been a few police officers. You can still see a few of them standing out there on the street, still with their rifles in hand. And so, I mean, still a pretty active scene as we see them standing out there, kind of holding that perimeter, but very stern, very serious, really trying to get a handle on the situation and a handle on a lot of the people that had been showing up to kind of see what was going on with the smoke up in the air.
Okay, Cannon, a great description of the scene there that we see was active before, continues to be an active scene. Again, this is the area of 3000 East Sieg Miller Drive. This is in St. George. We know, according to St. George Police, a person was barricaded in their home, fired shots at police who responded with their own gunfire. They say the suspect is contained in home, no reported injuries, but you can see that home in that St. George neighborhood is still on fire. Cannon mentioned it before. We expect to hear more from police as the evening continues. We will make sure to keep you updated both here and online on abc4.com.